a piece in the LA Times, Kurt, about when things started to get weird. And it was 2014 in the Obama era. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, when you look at what's unfolded today, Joy, to me, all of this started 8 years ago when Dave Brat defeated the sitting House Majority Leader Eric Cantor in his primary. It was the first time, really, that we saw from that Tea Party wing of the party that had emerged, them successfully take out what they called the establishment, which they really thought of as the enemy. It's funny because that wing of the party, the Democrats were the opposition, but their own leadership, their own party structure, they saw them as the enemy, and they successfully took out Eric Cantor. And Cantor was part of this trifecta that was anointed as the Young Guns. It was Paul Ryan, Eric Cantor, and you guessed it, Kevin McCarthy. They were going to be the heir apparents that were going to take over. Cantor goes down. Boehner then, a year later, resigns from Congress, not just vacating the speaker. He left. He took his ball and went home. McCarthy was supposed to be the leader at that point. The night before the vote's going to happen, the Freedom Caucus puts out 30 to 40 members saying they're not going to vote for McCarthy. 24 hours later, McCarthy bows out of the race. Paul Ryan ascends. Guess what happened shortly after that? Paul Ryan leaves Congress. He didn't want to deal with it anymore because it got too crazy. Here we are now, all those years later, and it's the same play playing out. A vocal minority of extreme, and in this case, anti-democratic domestic terror sympathizers have hijacked the entire caucus. There are 222 Republicans in Congress. How is it possible that these people have allowed 20 of them, led by Matt Gaetz, who sent Venmos to a child trafficker of some kind? Like, how do they allow this to happen, that they get held hostage? And it's because for every time that this has happened, they capitulate. That's been the Republican response. The reason why Donald Trump was able to hijack the Republican Party was because they surrendered it to him. Trump didn't take it by force. He just won it through attrition. They just gave up. Now they're seeing what happens when you let that happen. There's a reason why, Joy. The United States motto is we don't negotiate with terrorists. This is the reason why.
Well, I mean,